Stephen Minion here for Councillor of Charleswood Tuxedo Westwood to localize the economy, socialize our community, and evolutionize our environment. Good day, good sir. If the problem is that the globalizing industrialist economy inequitably profits elite corporations, is not resource-based, produces unsustainable markets prone to inflation, and is environmentally unsustainable, the intentional solution is to localize our economy. The goals to potentiate this localization could be: create the PEG tax for global businesses with foreign ownership and gift this city tax to local businesses with local ownership. This could be simply applied through our property taxation. Create incentives for businesses to resource, produce, and sell their goods and services locally. Create incentives for residents to purchase their goods and services locally through local businesses. Create local marketing campaigns. This is where it comes in. We advertise that buying local is cool and fashionable, obviously. Create the PEG, a stable resource-based currency independent from world markets for local trade. It's a big project, though worthy.
Oh yeah, Master Minion for Councillor of Winnipeg. My beam, hard visions, minds can take, starting us on an enlightening way.
If the problem is that we are disconnected and separated from one another, the land and the government, the intentional solution is to socialize our community. The goals to potentiate this socialization could be: reform the City of Winnipeg Incorporated into a multi-stakeholder cooperation so all residents and city workers own Winnipeg, naturally creating pride and joy and ownership, open source governance, and local leadership. Oh yeah. Create hyper-local directories and physical books and digital apps so residents are hyper-aware of who their neighbors are and where their neighborhood resources, events, and businesses are. Create hyper-local facilities for local trade, resource sharing, think free day, safe mail package delivery, volunteering opportunities, as well as recycling, waste, and compost. Community centers and schools use a lot of land, and these could be potential sites to test this kind of project. Financially and organizationally facilitate city, ward, neighborhood, and street events and festivals on a regular basis, where neighbors can meet while local businesses, creators, and artists can share and sell their creations. Utilize public and private schools to develop creative social projects. It is a scientific fact that 98% of kindergartners are creative geniuses. Schools can foster creative development while benefiting the entire society.
Oh yeah, Master Minion for Councillor of Winnipeg. My beam, hard visions.
Connect the generations. Unite infant daycares and elderly homes to provide the wisdom of experience to children and the fun of creativity and imagination to elders, solving the high costs of care and degrading lifestyles on either side. I really want to slow down our society in general. So it's really important to me to lower speed limits everywhere, make our streets safer, and our neighborhoods more neighborly, while allowing everyone to learn patience and enjoy the journey of living.
Reaching higher perceptions internally. Oh yeah, Master Minion for Councillor of Winnipeg.
If the problem is that our planet, our neighborhoods, our homes, and our bodies are in a deep state of disease, the intentional solution is to evolutionize our environment inside and outside of our bodies. The goals to potentiate this evolutionization could be: create public education to our interconnected nature. We are Earth. Mastering being human. It's the truth. Create public education campaigns on what is healthy. Natural equals health versus artificial equals disease. That's why we're in this state of disease, because we have a bunch of artificial systems supporting our life. Create public education campaigns on the toxic nature of our centralized septic wastewater system that is polluting the rivers and the lakes and is so expensive and it's nonsensical. Create public policy for renovations, new housing, and industrial developments to meet passive building standards. We know we can do better in this manner. Using natural building materials, implementing gray water systems, and composting wastewater systems. Current standard building codes and practices are inefficient, toxic, and wasteful. I was a contractor for a while, and this is where I learned all of this. That not only is it bad for the people building, it's bad for the people living in it. It's overall bad for everybody. The whole industry is toxic, just like most industries, unfortunately, right now. Create public infrastructure at local landfills to capture methane produced by the compost to be used as energy sources, and then fertilize our lands afterwards, completing the cycle of life and benefiting all. Create public education campaigns on the toxic nature of our centralized drinking water system, that our water is actually full of chemicals that are not healthy at all for anyone, though it's really unfortunate, honestly, that our drinking water system is in the condition that it is in, and it is centralized in the way that it is. And if we decentralize it, then we can have natural, clean drinking water, maybe even spring water. So let's create public infrastructure and policy for residents to have clean and natural drinking water to consume. Oh yeah. These ideas, courtesy of Stephen Minion for Councillor of Charleswood Tuxedo Westwood. Doo-doo. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for being you. Thanks for being you. Love.
Oh yeah, Master Minion for Councillor of Winnipeg.